Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, August the 16th. I'm Taylor Thomas. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hoping to avoid a repeat of the July primary, the State Board of Elections voted unanimously to pursue legal action that would allow early count of mail-in ballots in the November election. If you recall, that Governor Larry Hogan vetoed legislation that would have allowed early counting in the primary. As a result, canvassing could not start until 2 days after Election Day. That resulted in long delays in declaring winners in many tight races. Here in Prince George's, the Board of Elections supports an early count.
We were unable to count ballots prior to the primary election, and it extended the process. We were, in terms of resources, we were stretched thin, and I think that we're very much in favor of counting ballots prior to November.
Maryland was the only state that prohibited early counting for the primary election. Postal workers joined forces with voting rights activists in support of voting by mail. Thousands gathered outside of the Gaylord National Harbor Hotel and Conference Center this afternoon. The goal to call on lawmakers to preserve vote by mail and improve voting rights for all.
And it says something that I think it's 99.5% of all mail ballots arrived in time to be counted. I don't know many other jobs where there's a 99% success rate. This isn't just about, a union and its members. It is about all of us and having access to our democracy and to an election system that is fair for all of us.
Organizers are also calling on Congress to approve the Freedom to Vote Act, which would guarantee access to vote by mail and free access to polling places. Prince George's police are working to identify the killers wanted in connection with 5 shooting deaths that occurred between Friday and Sunday in the county. The most recent happened Sunday night at around 9:30 on the 4400 block of St. Barnabas Road in Temple Hills. 2 others unfolded in Upper Marlboro, along with 2 in Seat Pleasant. Killed were 51-year-old Terrence Kuntz, 29-year-old Kevon Glover, 21-year-old Tyren Spree, and 20-year-old LaDanian McMillan, and 16-year-old Antonio Parker Jr. The First Lady tests positive for COVID-19. The White House announced today that Dr. Joe Biden is suffering from mild symptoms of the virus. Biden tested positive Monday evening following 2 negative tests the same day. The First Lady is double vaccinated and double boosted. Biden's diagnosis comes after the president recently contracted COVID-19. Here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. Of the 1,301 new cases in Maryland, 595 are in Prince George's. The county's positivity rate is at 14.46%. 21 Marylanders have died over the past 24 hours, and 607 people are hospitalized. You're watching CTV News. I'm Taylor Thomas. Coming up, a back-to-school drive in Bowie. Stay with us.
The City of Bowie's Back to School Bash is back and better than ever. I'm Katara Jones. I'll have everything you need to know about the upcoming event coming up on CTV News.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
Good evening and welcome back. As we reported yesterday, the Prince George's School District has returned to its mandatory mask policy. After lifting the mandate in early July, the mask policy was reinstated last Friday in all schools and facilities. The teachers union is backing the policy change.
We support at this time the mask being mandated. I polled a very informal, unscientific poll of our members, but we had about 60% that support mask mandate and we're planning on wearing their masks regardless. Another 10 or so percent said let's follow the science, so that gives us 70% that, if the science is saying that we should be having a mask mandate now, then that's the right decision to make.
The mandate went into effect yesterday. The new school year begins on August 29th. While the clock is ticking for county kids to head back to school, CTV's Katara Jones is in Bowie, where the city is getting ready for a family-friendly back-to-school event.
The city of Bowie is gearing up for its 17th annual Back to School Bash, which is set for this Saturday, August 20th. And as you can see behind me, volunteers are very busy stuffing backpacks with school supplies, and those school supplies and backpacks will then be given out to school-age children at the event. It's that time of year again for kids to head back to class. But before they go, they will need items like pencils, notebooks, and backpacks. So the city of Bowie and its sponsors are stepping in to help families through a backpack giveaway at a back-to-school bash this weekend.
We have 37 table vendors, community table vendors already registered. Plus we have kids activities, face painting, moon bounces. And then what you see behind me is our signature event of the Back to School Bash is the backpack giveaway, where we have got corporate sponsors such as Darcars of Bowie. Honda has been our primary sponsor this year. They donated all the 400 backpacks that you see being packed today.
The event was put on pause for 2 years because of the pandemic, but this year it's back. Organizers plan to pass out 400 backpacks, but say there is an age requirement to get one.
To receive a backpack, you must be between 4 years old and 10 years old and donate either 2 non-perishable food items to the food bank of Bowie or the food pantry of Bowie, or donate $3.
The Back to School Bash will take place this Saturday, August 20th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at the Bowie Gymnasium. I'm Katara Jones, CTV News.
Again, the Back to School Backpack Bash will take place this Saturday, August 20th. For more information, visit cityofbowie.org. If you have a driver's license and you're looking for work, the local school district wants to hear from you. Prince George's County Public Schools are in need of bus drivers. The exact number is not known, but a bus driver fair to recruit interested drivers is set for tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Skyline Administration Building in Suitland. Again, that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the Skyline Administration Building. A lot of unanswered questions remain following a bold move by some to block a busy roadway in Lanham Saturday night. Prince George's County Police confirmed that they received a complaint just after 10 p.m. of cars blocking Annapolis and Harkins Road. Social media videos show what was happening in the middle of the roadway. Cars doing donuts as a large crowd around them watched and took videos and pictures. No arrests were made. Authorities say they were able to disperse the crowd peacefully. Now, it's unclear what police plan to do to prevent something like this from happening again. Still to come on CTV News, a local producer takes to the stage to bring awareness to Alzheimer's. Stay with us for the story. We'll be right back.
Coming up, the Bowie State Bulldogs are making some major changes on the track, and the football team is making history. I'm Laurencia Moten, and I'll have those stories and more coming soon.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge and your help, we can save them all.
Good evening and welcome back. Police have released the identity of the man who was involved in a fatal car accident over the weekend. He is 70-year-old Michael Grisby of Clinton. The single vehicle accident happened Sunday night at around 7 o'clock at the 9400 block of Piscataway Road in Clinton. Investigators say Grisby was headed northbound on Piscataway Road when his car left the roadway, striking multiple road signs and a fence. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Anyone who may have witnessed the accident is asked to contact police. A stage play bringing awareness to Alzheimer's is coming back for the first time since the pandemic. Give Your Parents a Standing Ovation follows a family seeing the warning signs and gradual progression of Alzheimer's in the home. The play is based on the book Giving Your Parents a Standing Ovation. The author of the book and stage play shares what inspired her to bring the story to life.
The book was written because I was a caretaker for my mom. I was her primary caregiver. And after she passed, because of all of the struggles I went through, because I didn't know about resources and that there were people out there just willing to help you. So I wrote the book so I could help people on their journey, so they wouldn't have to go through what I went through. And I noticed that when I was out doing a lot of book signings and speaking engagements, and as I talked to people who were there, they were just like me. They were going through the motions all alone, didn't have a clue. So I was feeling that, hey, I have to find a way to get this information out very quickly, but fun. And I'm an educator. So I said, and I was trying to just brainstorm about how I could do that. So that's how I came up with putting on a stage play.
Give Your Parents a Standing Ovation will be held September 17th at the Bowie Center for Performing Arts. For more information on the play and how to get tickets, you can visit www.bowie.center.org.
College football season is right around the corner, and Bowie State University is starting the 2022-23 season on the right foot. The Bulldogs received its highest AFCA Division II coaches preseason poll ranking in school history. Coming in at number 8 makes the Bulldogs the only school from the CIA in national rankings, and one of the only 2 historically black colleges or universities on the list. Bowie State also enters the season with 18 consecutive wins, which is the longest active winning streak in the conference. The Bulldogs finished last season with an amazing 12-2 record and 2 NCAA playoff wins, which is the most in program history. I spoke with the Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Clyde Dowdy Jr., and he says it's great to receive national recognition, but this is just the beginning for the program.
It's a real honor that people have recognized that we are in this space as one of the top 10 schools in the country in football, but we got our work cut out for us. You know, we got a new young coach who's been around a long time in our system, played in our system, coached in our system, is now the head coach, and I know he's going to do a great job. Like they say, tradition doesn't graduate, and we're still going to keep this tradition of Bowie State football rolling, and we're going to be very competitive. Our young men are ready for the challenge, so we're looking forward to the challenge. We're looking forward to defending our conference championship, and we're defending and looking forward to getting back into the NCAAs and moving further than the quarterfinals. And we're looking for a national championship. That's our goal, a national championship.
Kyle Jackson is the new head coach. He replaced Damon Wilson, who is now the new head coach at Morgan State University.
Let's get a quick look at our weather forecast tonight. Partly cloudy with lows near 69 tomorrow, mostly sunny with a slight chance of storms, and a high around 81 Thursday, mostly sunny with possible storms in the forecast. Highs near 84 Friday, mostly sunny with highs around 86 degrees. All right, that wraps up CTV News for now. I'm Taylor Thomas. Good night.